Hello, Derek Bergener here. It is November 12th, 2017, and I'm going to do a video about a master watch list in TC2000. I confirmed all of this with tech support at TC2000, and this is the only way to do it. Here's my main TC2000 screen right here, and under watch lists, you have these various watch lists that are created by TC2000 and maintained by them. And the one that you would think that you would want to use is this right here, US Common Stocks. So the way you would use that, let me just close that. The way you would use that in a EasyScan, let's say you have an EasyScan that's I have one like days up in a row. Alright, so when you edit that right here with this little edit conditions filter icon, and you select the list to scan, what list do you want to scan? And that's where you would pick down here US Common Stocks. So I thought, well, that's going to cover everything, but it doesn't. And let me show you why, what happens. And what you need to do instead is create a personal watch list called whatever you want to name it, but I named mine 00 Master so that it comes up right at the top here. So I'll show you how to populate that, create one and populate it. See, here's my 00 master floating right here in a separate layout window, and you see I have, I hope you can read that, 8,642 items in the master watch list. And so what we would want to do what you would do to like recreate that, so go to watch list, you say create new personal watch list, and let's name it 01 Master. Alright, and let's float that in a new window so it just sits right over here, and we can compare it to the one I already have created called 00 Master. So let me just show you under watch lists right here on, if you stay on the all, I guess you could go to main. Yeah, main, okay. All is going to show you main plus anything you've created, but just go to main. And under here, see, these are all of the watch lists that TC2000 maintains. So, for instance, like if we just take NASDAQ stocks here, if something is an IPO, well, yesterday it was not on this list, and now today it is. And so TC2000 updates that. Or if something gets delisted, it gets deleted off that list, or it gets moved to one of the other bulletin board or pink sheets. You know, I don't know how that happens. But basically this NASDAQ stocks, that's something that's maintained, and every day when you log into TC2000 it gets updated. Same with, you know, any of these. So if you read through these, well, if you look at, how do I want to explain this? There's some very tradable, I want to pick out of all of these, what are the lists that have all the tradable things that I might be interested in. So ADRs, look up and see what those are, but those trade just like regular stocks. So if we open up ADR, we see there is 354 stocks in there. So if we open up Canadian, I don't know, sorry for you Canadian guys, but closed-end funds, components and holdings, current positions, exchange-traded funds. Okay, yeah, ETFs. If you're interested in including ETFs in your master list of things that you're going to be searching for and running your EasyScans on every night, this is what you would want to include. You see there is 2,167 ETFs. Now we go under watch list to main again, and we have fixed rate of return, Forex, industry by sector, the market summary, morning mutual funds. NASDAQ, all right? If you look, NASDAQ, there's 3,287 stocks there. And if we go to, back to main, NASDAQ bulletin boards and pink sheets, not interested in either one of those. If we go to NYSE, we see New York Stock Exchange, there's 4,964. Now what I did figure out is that all of the ETFs are on the New York Stock Exchange. So if you look at, if you click on dust, see how it filled in behind New York Stock Exchange, right? So out of these 4,964, 2,167 of them are ETFs. If you go to Watchlist main, and the other one I want to show you is NYSE Euronext. This is Amex, all right? And I don't know the history of why it's called this Euronext now, but like if we just click on one of these, CVRS loads up here, see Amex. That's the exchange it says here that it's on, but yet it's in a list called NYSE Euronext within TC2000. And finally, watch list, you just read down through all these and you'll see, where are we? Option chain, option water, sector, we don't care about any of these. And then finally, U.S. common stocks. That's the last one. All right, and we see there is 4888 items in there. So what I did is I took all 6 of those primary lists that are maintained by TC2000 and I put them in a floating window here, so it's going to be easier for us to deal with. So let me just close all those. I just wanted to show you them. And I save this floating window as a main tab here so that it's easier for me to do. Let me show you how to, the video is going to get too long if I show you that. But, okay, so remember, we created a list called 01 Master, right? And we want to populate it with everything, all the ADRs. Wait, let me just make this a little bigger so the full titles appear. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we want to populate it with all the ADRs, all the ETFs, if you want. Now, I'm always interested in, you know, if sometimes ETFs show up like as part of one of my EasyScans. NASDAQ, NYSE, all 6 of those. So the way you would add those into your master is you right-click. So let's add U.S. common stocks first. See, there's 4888 on there. So right click and you say copy all symbols to, and you pick your 01 master. And notice now, boom, your 01 master is now populated with 4888 symbols. Same as US common stocks. So now let's add Euronext to see. These are all the Amexes, as you know. You can add these in any, you can fool around with these and figure out which lists have partially included the other stuff in their list. So if we add Euronext, Amex, right? Copy all symbols to your 01 master. See, that jumped to 5007. So there weren't too many that weren't in the US common stocks, but there were some. Why some, not others? I don't know. Let's look at NASDAQ. So let's go to the, or no, let's do to the go to the NYSE list. Copy all symbols. Remember, here we have 5007 in the list right now. And copy to 01 master. It didn't change. Okay, so between US common stocks and Amex, you know, it already included the NYSEs. But how do you know that? So NASDAQs, let's right click on the NASDAQ list here, copy all symbols to 01 master, and it now jumped to 8612. That's a lot more that weren't in US common stocks. Why are some NASDAQ stocks listed in this U.S. common stock list and not others. And now let's look at the ADRs. We'll do the ETFs last. You'll see why. Let's copy all symbols to 01 master. And it didn't change. 8612. So that means some of these ADRs are already in probably the U.S. common stocks list. I don't know. That's the last one here. Let's add the ETFs. Copy all symbols to 01 master. And finally, the list gets up to 8642, which is the same number that's already in my 00 master. I just created, remember, the 01 master to just show you, right, how to do this. So now, in any of your EasyScans, like my days in a row up. Okay, I have days in a row down also, so that's why I named it that way, days in a row. So under my EasyScans, I got days in a row down, days in a row up. But anyway, under, see there's 105 items that matched my total scan criteria, but I'm sorting on my 00 master list. If you have one called 01 master, which is the same, but I'm using it for an example, I'll go to my personal list and see there it is, 01 master. And now we sort on that, and boom, we get the exact same 105 results for this particular scan. So anyway, that's just an example. I'm going to go back to my personal 00 master, click OK, and all is good. And I'm going to park this 6x6 or 6 grid here. This is very confusing. See this close? If you have a floating window and you click this X button, you think you're going to be closing it, which to me, TC2000 needs to do something different there. You're not closing it. You get choices. Cancel, discard, or tab in main window. So notice this is called 6 main lists. Notice I don't have something called 6 main lists down here. Tab in main window. Boom, there it is down there. So now it looks horrible here because it explodes them or expands them. But if you want to save them all like that in a layout, and then right click here again and you say float in a new layout. Now it's floating so they can manage it later. What happened to it? Oh, see, once it's floating, now it goes behind. Alright, so you know, about once every couple of weeks, you gotta update your master, your 00 master, because like I said, TC2000 is maintaining these 6 lists of the main. These are the main things we would like ever be interested in. So to get all 8,642, this is what you got to do. Otherwise, U.S. common stocks, you're hitting 4888, which, as we saw, includes some ETFs, some Amex, some New York Stock Exchange, some NASDAQ. I mean, how do they pick? I don't know, but just add all 6 of these to make sure that you get everything in a master, and then select that in your list to scan under any of your EasyScans. And don't forget to update it every week or every couple of weeks or whatever. So anyway, okay, hopefully that was helpful. Dang, I wanted to keep this at 10 minutes. 14 minutes. Arrgh. Anyway, that was a lot of stuff to cover. Okay, hope that helps.